such an asshole.
Oh, sleepy Sunday afternoon, Cappy. Sabado. Wait, hang on. Sabado, Saturday or Sunday? Sabado. Oh, what's Sunday in Spanish? I'm sorry. Domingo? Really? Sabado sounds better. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe in the Latino cultures, they have all their exciting things on Saturday. That would make more sense. Sabado. I've never heard Domingo. The blue demon. El Azur Demon. How's your Spanish, Cappy? Not good at all. All right. I'm going to help out a lady here. Hi, Cappy. 32 years old and single. Recently landed a legitimate job in, let's say, a large town in Texas. I don't want to identify you too much. Could you give me some advice on how to find a good man to date and settle down with in this town or any large city in general? I prefer agnostic guys with no religious affiliation. I'm thinking of trying meetup groups. My hobbies include creative writing and screenwriting, chess, studying philosophy and vision. Okay, all right. Hold on. What kind of men do you think you're going to find in that? Nothing wrong with creative writing, guys. Okay, all right. Creative writing, screenwriting, chess, philosophy, and visual art. Okay. There are some masculine philosophers. Moi, Molyneux, the guys on Red Pill. But for the most part, you're not going to find any men that you're going to want to have sex with in these groups. I'd also like to learn Spanish. That's okay. I don't drink alcohol. Not sure about bars or parties. Do you have any particular hobbies you recommend? Okay, yeah, not those. I mean, go do them for your own sake. Don't have any expectation of meeting guys down there. Do you have any particular hobbies you recommend or any social settings to meet men? Please provide a price quote before I prefer a video response. Thanks. I said, okay. Couple questions and need a couple things. 1, how many guys do you ask out per month? 2, what is your height and weight? 3, do you have sex? 4, shoot over some dating profile pics, or if you don't have any dating profile pics, send over some normal pics of how you dressed in public. And then we'll get to what hobbies and things you do later. So here you go. You sent me some pictures. Picture number 1. Let's pull it up. There are 4 women in this picture. See, now you don't have dating profiles. Or you don't have a dating profile. All right. So step 1 is to go online. Okay. But I'm going to have you hold off of going online because there ain't no reason for you to go dating or looking for a guy just yet. And we'll get to that later. But when you do set up your dating profile, don't do this. Don't do that. I don't know why you girls do it. I don't care. I don't care if it's conscious or unconscious. Don't send. I did this when I did the book of numbers. I don't know. If you want to see how low your standards are to beat, you just have to read this book and say, that's all I got to be. But when I did the dating profiles on that one, the study, I was shocked how many of you girls just put up a picture and there's 5 gals. And that's all the pictures. Like there's a bunch. Which one is you? Oh, you think we're going to think you're your hot friend and she's going, but then magically we're going to fall in love. Well, see, that picture you have from 10 years ago where you're hot, you think if you show up now 10 years and 40 pounds heavier, we're good. Just magic. It's never worked. It's never happened. Give it up. Knock it off. So I don't know which one you are of the 4 ladies here. Let's go to the next picture. You've got it down to 2. Is it you? Or now I know which one it is because you sent me a third picture where it's just you, but I don't, who is it? Is it the gal in traditional dress or is it the gal in American dress? I don't know which one this is. And here's one. I'll admit this is very cute. This is a very cute picture. You have a nice smile. You have dimples. It's very cute. Now I know this is you. Oh, here she is. This is the one. Now I got to go back to the pictures, look at it. All right. So we got some pictures. And let's go to your other things. How many guys have you asked out? None. What's your height and weight? 5 to 140 pounds. You are overweight. You're not yet fat. You go another microgram additional weight, I'm officially declaring you fat. We're going to get to that later. 3, no, not recently, which was 4. 3, do you have sex? No, not recently. Well, you do have sex. I mean, it was more of a like a policy question. Like, oh no, I don't have sex. Okay, because that's what guys are in here. So let's go through. How do we want to start this? All right, we're going to go through the basics. There is no reason for you to chase after men until you are physically attractive, unless you're okay selling for men that you are not that attracted to, because I got to figure out how to make this very clear. A good-looking quality man, which is what you want, is very unlikely to go out with you. You might find some guys who will sleep with you, but no guy is going to, of any quality, really is going to go out with you. And I know we really complain a lot about on this channel the lack of quality women. There is just as much of a lack of quality men. And those quality men are not going to settle for you. You're overweight. Get it in your head. Spread it to your sisters. And here's the other thing. Incorporate it into your thinking and actions. Men are only interested in women in a romantic capacity if they are physically attracted to you first. Don't know how many times I've said this. We have a name for girls whose company we like, and we like them genuinely, but we don't find them physically attractive. They're called friends. All of love, all of romance, all of the human race and the propagation of the species is contingent on you girls being pretty and men wanting to F you. And if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to stay in shape, you're not going to diet, that's fine. You have two choices. You're not going to find a man you're satisfied with, or you're going to find a man, or you're not going to get the guy you want, or you're going to find a man that you're not satisfied with. He'll also be overweight. There will always be some kind of problem. And if one of your major goals in life is to fall in love and have kids, you need to be physically attractive. Now, if your standards are low, at least you understand maybe genetically, yeah, I'm big bone and I'm always, families. Okay, I get it. And okay, I'm going to have to date a guy who's a little bit bigger. That's fine. Then, okay, you good. But for the guy you want, you better be good looking. The guy should be like, man, I want to plow that. And your life will be a lot easier and you'll spend a lot less time getting guys if you go to the gym and you diet than if you go to dating sites and meetup groups, because that is the effing number one thing men want. And you know what? You girls know it. That's what's hilarious. All this theater, luxury, all this theater about body positivity and fat mannequins at Target and the false indignation. How dare you? And the ludicrousness of that. Men have been conditioned to like what they like. Even you guys don't believe it. So I give you the same advice I would to the guys. If you're not willing to go to the gym, if you're not willing to be physically attractive, don't bother. Save your time. Save your stress. Pig out, eat, do whatever it is you want to do. You have a completely free life. If you would like to attract a man, you must be attractive. Okay? So 5'2", $140, you need to lose 20, 25 pounds. Okay? There you go. That's it. Otherwise, it's like every other girl out there, your cute face. For the most part, everyone's a good-looking person. They're just hiding under a bunch of fat. Lose 20 to 25 pounds. Here's another thing, boys and girls. Keep it off. You got cute dimples. You have nice long hair. You're very feminine. That much is obvious. So there's that. That's step one. And if you're not willing to do step one, I got good news for you. Your life is a lot easier. You don't have to deal with this anymore. You could go and do all the meetup groups you want. You don't have to talk to guys at parties. You don't have to. All right. So we've covered that. Now let us assume you go forth and you lose weight. Or you decide, no, I'm okay with a rather large man. I know I'm not going to get, a 5. I'm okay with a 4. Okay, then now you have to go and find the guys. All right, couple additional hurdles or things that you can personally do that are within the control of your house. All right. 1, how many guys did you ask out? None. Terribly sorry. You're going to have to start asking out guys. All right. Just how it is. Do you want to leave things out of your control? or would you like to increase your chances? Would you like to affect your chances, affect your shot at happiness? I presume you want to fall in love with a man to be happy, right? If you want to have control over your success and your destiny, then if you see a cute guy or a guy you'd like to ask out and you've been working out, you're like, I think I could get him. I think I've worked out. He's been giving me the eye. For the most part, you're going to have to ask the guys out. I'm sorry, ladies. That's just how it is now. It's just how it is. Banging on the table for equality. Well, now you got it. And it's not like men, and there are always going to be simps, and there's always going to be guys flooding your inbox on the online dating profile. There'll always be guys but they're not going to be the ones you want. They're going to be the ugly ones like me. The short, skinny, twerpy ones like me. Oh, you like economics and riding motorcycles? Now do I sound like Gomer from the Andy Griffith? Hey, you like riding motorcycles? Oh, geez, Andy, how you doing? I'm going out with a girl. She says she likes riding motorcycles there, Andy. You think I should bring her some flowers? Jim Neighbors, good voice. Gay guy, too. So if you see the cute guy, one, he's not going to ask you out. Two, most guys have been conditioned not to ask girls out, certainly not in person. Three, they're not aware, right? So you're going to have to, and the easiest way for you girls to ask a guy out, you can do it. You can do it, girls. You can do it, strong, independent, equal ladies. You just write your number down. You're on your way out. That way you don't have to talk. I know it's very intimidating being a man and, asking guys out and doing what men do. Write your name and number down. Say, you should take me out to dinner. And just give them a smile and then walk me. Name, number, that's come. You should take me out to dinner. Boom. And you leave. That's it. Now, you may not want to do that. Gee, I wonder if men ever really enjoyed asking girls out. But that's going to set you aside. You will be one out of literally 10 million. There are so few girls that actually get the balls to ask a guy out and make it known that you're going to immediately set yourself apart from all these other girls that might be competing for him. You'll certainly make him aware you exist. And I can't speak for other guys, but for the most part, I'm just going to assume, watching my buddies, myself, and talking to other younger men, they're not, this is not the 90s. Men are not like, oh, wow, she's cute. Oh, maybe I'll ask her out. Unless it's like Troy Francis or some kind of, professional guy who asks girls out and that's his profession. But for the most part, I'm like, oh, that's a cute girl, I guess. You don't even look. Right? So you find a good looking guy. There's a guy you want to ask out. He's not paying attention. You write your number down. You write your name. Boom. You should take me out to dinner. There's your line. Every girl can use it. And don't worry, people won't. It's not like this is going to be a fad in the United States where now all the women are going to be asking, hey, babe, you should ask me out to dinner. You should take me out to dinner. It's not going to happen. They'll say, oh, that was the Clary line. Oh, yeah, Aaron Clary came up with that line. Girls are using it all. It's not going to happen because out of a million ladies, only one's got the balls and courage to do it. And then you'll be one in a million. The guy's going to be like, whoa, I'm maybe not that attracted to her, but she certainly stood out. That was impressive. So now you get to invest in chasing men that way. Talked about that. You do have sex, so that's okay. I just want to, if you're not going to have sex, then don't even bother unless you're going to go Christian or religious. Number 2 or 3 or whatever on, you need to set up a dating profile. I would recommend Bumble, so it is you who decides whether or not to talk to the guys. I'm also recommending girls go on the Seeking Arrangement, not because I do endorse sex work, but that's not the real. I think that is going to be the future of dating because men have to pay. And then the girls are like, oh, I can't believe it. What? She's the client. I'm doing what's in the best interest of the girls. It's not going to cost you that. I mean, do girls even have to pay to go on Seeking Arrangement? Anyway, you go on there. You're already screened out a bunch of guys, certainly guys who don't have money, and see if you can't find a guy there. I know several guys who use it, and now they're using it for dating. They've been obviously predominantly using it for sex. But, I think you could set it where you don't require any money. you just like, I just want to meet, and then cool. All right, there you are. You're on that day. But like Bumble has a screen, Seeking Arrangement has a screen. And you need to develop a good online dating profile. Wait until you're at the weight you want to be. Then contact me and I will create your dating profile for you. In terms of pictures. All right. I'll tell you what, because you girls don't know how to do that. I will not tell you what to write because you girls need to learn to write and communicate on your own. I don't want you slipping into this this crutch that millions of men use where it's like, well, tell me what to write, tell me what to say. It's like, okay, well, then it's not you. Then she's dating me through you. You're like my surrogate. You're like this robot I'm controlling. So you girls need to be authentic and come up with their own things that you want to say. Run it past me. I'll tell you do's and don'ts. I might give you some ideas, but the pictures, we got a lot of work. We're just going basic. That's when you're ready to take pictures. That's when you're like, nope, I'm in shape. No, I'm ready to go get them. All right, fine. Then we'll talk. But you need to get on dating apps. And then, going through this, you want to know what hobbies. All right, you are in Texas. You're in a major liberal town. All major towns are liberal, right? And you're going to have to find, this has nothing to do with politics. It's whether you want a masculine man. And for the most part, leftist Democrat city boy men are not masculine. So you're going to need to find masculine men. Where do you find masculine men? Where they do masculine things. And I don't care what your politics are. I don't care if you're a Democrat and you don't like guns. Your new favorite hobby is learning to shoot guns. You're going to the gun range. If you don't have a gun, that's great. You know what? You go in with your little cowgirl boots on, a little dress, nice, appropriate, and you're the babe in the woods. You don't know anything. You come in with your long hair, like, I know nothing about guns. Is there like a class or something? And every guy will be more than happy to help you. Now, you're going to have your choice of men. They're usually going to be older. By the way, don't know if you knew this, they're not going to be Democrats. And if they are, they're old school Democrats who like, when the Democrat Party used to mean the worker party. Now it's just the trust fund baby party. And you learn to shoot a gun. You learn to shoot a pistol, or you learn a shotgun or a rifle or whatever it is that you want to shoot. You might have to spend some money on buying a pistol at minimum, which you should. You should learn to shoot a pistol anyway for your own safety. And then they might have barbecue. And then you go and you learn to train. And you learn to teach. You have someone teach you how to train to clean your gun. That's important. And you have a safety class you take. And you go there. And then maybe there's a barbecue, or maybe there's a raffle. Maybe there's a shooting competition. And you go and you hang out and you will find lots of guys. I can't guarantee you they'll all be real men, but there'll be a hell of a lot more real men at a gun range than there will be at some froofy-froo downtown cocktail bar and party. Another place to go find men, I've said this before, cigar lounges. Rich men tend to go to cigar lounges, high quality men. And if you have now, the lady is not, she's not white, in case you were wondering. If you like the brothers, if you like the Athams and the Latinos, if you like a little bit of mix, a little bit of both, a little bit of bacon, all right, at the goddamn bacon over on YouTube. Whatever. You don't like tapioca? You want a little tan? There are rich minorities. And the brothers, they do frequent the cigar lounges. That's probably the second most common minority. Well, that is the most common minority. Second most common group of men would be black men. They do go to the cigar lounge. I don't know where the Latinos are. And you rarely see an Asian. Rarely. So it's the brothers and the white guys that go down there. So there's your choice. If you want chocolate or vanilla, all right, that's fine. Your own race, I don't know. I don't want to identify her race because there's no reason to do that. But if you want to do it, I don't know. Then you're gonna have to go to cultural events for your particular race. But if you're okay outside of your race, cigar lounges. Yes, they're going to be older, but they're going to have their act together. A lot of them are going to be divorced. They don't want to have nothing to do with marriage. They're just there to have a good old time. And that's another thing you can learn is it's a hobby. Do you like smoking cigars? No. How about you fake it? Right? That's another thing. Related to smoking. And this might be tied in. Learn about bourbons and scotches. Go into bourbon and scotch tasting. Become the gal who's classy, who knows what a something neat mean. I like a Glenfiddich 15 neat. Right? Learn your scotches. Learn your bourbons. Learn the difference between Bullet and Buffalo Trace. And then guys are going to be like, oh my God, a gal that knows her bourbon. Because all those bourbons and scotches I listed are not cheap. There will be men with money. Not that that's your only thing. Men with jobs will be drinking. Men collecting stimmy checks don't smoke cigars, and they don't drink high-end bourbons and scotches. So there's that. Then there's other things. You go hunting, fishing, real men there. I would strongly recommend down in Texas. I got to imagine there's certainly two-step ballroom dancing. There's country swing. You could pick that up. Because of the Latino community, I got to imagine there's some salsa dancing down there too. Good old-fashioned swing dancing. They should go into ballroom dancing and find some cowboys and real men. And then I'm trying to think. See, you're in a major liberal town, and they're just the boys there are pussies. They're just pussies. I'm sorry. Oh, we got art. We got an art district. Okay. For that, you're going to have to go out to the burbs. You're going to have to go out into the country. You could learn to ride horses. Although that's an expensive hobby. I don't know if I'd recommend that. But if you learn to like lasso, you want to become a real authentic cowgirl, learn to, they got to have bronco riding for girls. They got to have that. If you want to get into that farm culture, you could, rancher culture. But yeah, you got to go where the guys are. And your hobbies, I'm going to just assume you want a masculine man. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of this. Obviously, while you're at the gym, keep an eye open. It's okay for girls to ask a guy out at a gym. It is not okay for guys to ask a girl out at a gym. All right. But go to a gym, you'll find fit men there. You'll find masculine men there. And about the only thing I could think of that you might want to consider would be motorcycle riding, of which Texas is very nice for. Very nice. Look out for antelope. But I would definitely be going into motorcycle riding if I were you. And I won't lie, some of these things you may not like these as hobbies, but you're at least going to have a little bit of fun. Because you seem to be more cerebral, which is fine, which is great. You're going to, and maybe hopefully you find a masculine man, but you're, what were they again? Chess and screenwriting, creative writing. No, there's not one real American man in that outfit. Not one real American man. There you go. Yeah, that's about it. Glad I helped out. I'll tell you this right now. 95% of it is being hot. The rest of it is just where you're choosing your battle. That's it. 95% of it is if you're physically attractive. That's your legion. That's your Roman legion. Did you get the legion outfitted and armed and weaponized and trained? Yeah, okay. You got it. You did all the hard work. The remaining 5% is where you're going to move your army, where you're going to fight the Gauls, where you're going to choose your battlefield. That's about it. But don't bother going to the cigar lounge. Don't bother going to the gun range. Don't bother doing any of that stuff until you are physically attractive, because it'll be just a waste of time and energy. All right. There we go. Glad I could help out. Any super chats today? Scrolling. Rusty, $10. How much silver would I need to save before the crash? 200 ounces. Always say 200 ounces per person. Austin Roberts, $10. Is this how I get to girls, Cappy? I live in Southern California. I'm 6'2" rip and have a successful career. I'm successful with women, but 8 out of 10 fat chicks still think that I should be chasing them. What? Yeah, well, they were told that. They were told what they wanted to hear. Did you not meet? Have you heard of this lady called Oprah? I don't know if you heard of her. She had made her money. Now get this. This is how she made her billions. She told women what they wanted to hear. It wasn't true. Not one syllable that came out of that woman's mouth was true, but it's what women wanted to hear, and they gave her billions of dollars. You see how that works? There you go. All right. And you're surprised fat chicks are chasing after you. Think they could get you. I think that's it. Are we caught up? We're caught up. Bada boom, bada bing. We're done. See you guys later too.